What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed? Are you taking Angel above Arike? Angel above Paige? Are you taking Angel above Sabrina or Kelsey or Caitlin or Asia or Nafisa or Brianna?
Actually, I am. I'm taking Angel above Arike, Sabrina, Kelsey, and Caitlin. And this the one thing that killed me about fans and some players. They really only see people that can score the basketball. And I'm really shocked that this coming from Candace Parker because it ain't like she was just some dominant scorer in the league. She ain't win no scoring titles, but she want to try to talk about somebody else that can't score the ball. It's not all about offense. She do something that all those players can't do. I would say Breanna Stewart, Asia Wilson, and Fee, they are above and beyond all the players in the WNBA. You can't compare them to nobody in the WNBA, so put them in the class of their own. But outside of those three, Angel Reese can compete or is probably better than just about every other player in the league. And if we really gonna be honest about it, Candace Parker's WNBA career was very, very underwhelming. The year that Candace Parker won her first ring was the year that Nneka Ogwumike won MVP on the Sparks. The second ring she won in Chicago, they was a 500 team, 16-16, went on a miraculous run in the playoffs. Kalia Copper went absolutely bonkers on everybody in that playoffs and she won Finals MVP. So yeah, we give Candace Parker credit for being on that team, but if we gonna talk about the real, that was Kalia Copper's team in the playoffs. And then if we gonna talk about the third ring that she ain't playing the playoffs at all. She got injured in the regular season. She stayed on the roster with the Aces and ended up getting the ring with them. But she in all the pictures with the trophy like she played. And it's really sad how players get a few years removed from being in the WNBA and then they start thinking that their career was just so much better than everybody else's. But honestly, even in between those rings, there were a lot of playoff failures from Candace Parker. I'm talking about to the point to where people stopped even talking about her. She was no longer that darling of the league. The same thing that they was doing with Caitlin Clark, they tried to do that same exact thing with Candace Parker. But because of the playoff failures, it didn't work. And that's what people trying to say about Caitlin Clark. The same thing is going to happen if she ain't able to win. And another thing I don't like about this is Candace Parker is from Chicago. The fact that she from Chicago and she talking about a player that's on the Chicago Sky, that also makes absolutely no sense. Like, are you mad that she getting more love in Chicago than you ever got and you from there? That's the same problem that they said Isaiah Thomas had with Michael Jordan. Isaiah Thomas is from Chicago, but Michael Jordan got way more love in Chicago than Isaiah Thomas ever got. And I feel like we getting some of that same vibe right now from Candace Parker. And for real, I'm trying to understand her because I always been a Candace Parker fan. Everything she did on the court, the way she played her game, I really loved everything about watching her play. But she didn't come up in the big moments. She wasn't Maya Moore, who stepped up at every big moment, hit a lot of game winners, big time fourth quarter shots. She wasn't Lauren Jackson. For real, Candace, that first ring that you won, you had Nneka Ogwumike next to you. She is an all-time great. You couldn't do it with Lisa Leslie when you won MVP and Rookie of the Year, but you did it with Nneka Ogwumike. So you should understand, Angel Reese don't got to do it by herself, but that don't mean she's not a top-tier player. Absolutely, I'm taking Angel Reese over Arike. Absolutely, I'm taking Angel Reese over Sabrina. Absolutely, I'm taking Angel Reese over Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Bone, whatever Kelsey you want to name. I'm taking Angel Reese over all of them. Like, for real, are you kidding me? She playing next to a big and Camila Cardoso, and she's still looking like the best big on the team. When you was playing with Nneka, you did not look like the best big on the team. Be for real. When you played with Asia, you was not the best big on the team. She wasn't even a third player. That team still went Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Candace Parker was that fourth or fifth player. Ended up going down, but they still won without her, which goes to show how good that team actually was. And then trying to say that this don't make you a hater, yeah, it kind of do make you a hater. You sitting across from Aaliyah Boston and you can't look in her eyes and tell her, yeah, Angel Reese is a better player than you. Like, come on, stop it. Cut the shenanigans and be honest. If I even wanted to use the highest measuring stick and say, okay, I'm going to compare Angel Reese to you. I'm going to compare Angel Reese to Candace Parker. At this point in her career, at year number 2, Angel Reese averaged more points, rebounds, assists, and steals than Candace Parker did in her second year. In Candace Parker's second year in the WNBA, she averaged 13 points and somehow still made the All-WNBA team. And if you really want me to break it down, A lot of Candace Parker's regular season awards were kind of just given to her or won based off of some politics. Because her first MVP, she won it in her rookie season. And if you look around the league in 2008, she was not the best player in the league that year. Back in 08, the Connecticut Sun had a better record than the Sparks that year, but they didn't want to give the award to Lindsay Whalen, who finished second place in the voting. The Seattle Storm also finished the season with a better record, but because Lauren Jackson got injured that year, who was probably going to be the MVP, Sue Bird, also on that team, finished third in MVP voting. They didn't want to give it to Sue, so I feel like they just gave it to Candace by default because Candace is historically a better player than Lindsay Whalen and Sue Bird. But I was there. I remember that was Lauren Jackson's year, but she went down because of injury. And if you want me to, I can talk about the second MVP. The Minnesota Lynx had a better record than the Sparks that year. Maya Moore averaged more points, was damn near shooting 50, 40, 90. Both players, Candace and Maya Moore, finished with 10 first place votes, but somehow Candace Parker won the award over her. But the Minnesota Lynx won the championship and had the better record. And I ain't here to pick apart Candace Parker's career because she was still a great player. But I think as one of the greats, her and Cheryl Swoops, they need to do a better job at uplifting these players and stop making it seem like they just so terrible. Like, I don't know what Candace Parker worked on. She was the same exact player in the WNBA that she was at Tennessee. She didn't vastly improve her jumper. Her assist numbers didn't go through the roof. Her rebounding numbers didn't go through the roof. Same thing for Angel. She doing the same exact thing she did at LSU. But I would say she's gotten much better as a passer. I would say her jump shot's a lot better than it was in college. I can see the improvement. If you can't see it, maybe you just like the fans and you only watching the bad videos and the missed layup videos they putting out on TikTok. But for all those bad videos, I got hundreds of videos of her doing some good shit. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Y'all beat it up in the comments and let me know what y'all